Ronnie,
Yep.
we're going to start a new playlist.
There's a whole new series here we're going to start, people.
So, basically, we've bought this trailer. We've got it fixed.
Did y'all watch that series?
You need to be if you ain't.
We're trying to walk around the truck here, right? So we bought this mobile home, fixed it all up. There's an entire playlist on our channel here of everything we did to it, and it's ready to go, completely finished. That mobile home was sitting there. We did a bunch of work on it, did a whole playlist of it.
This thing's got a circular driveway in it. So I've got an entrance over here and I've got an entrance back over here. This is on a double lot. Right there where those flags are is a septic tank already.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna stick another mobile home in here. I'm looking for one now. I've got a guy coming to make sure that septic's up to par. We got county water, so I've got another tap coming in over here. This is the way you got to develop a raw land, people. So if you want to know how to develop from nothing, this is going to be it. It's going to be the same exact thing.
Yeah. So there's no mobile home here.
There's nothing here. There's no wires. There's no infrastructure, on this piece of property. So we're gonna have to get power in. We're gonna have to get water in, and we're gonna have to get that septic tank revitalized.
Yeah.
So we can use it. And y'all are fixing to see it all.
Mm-hmm.
The
How big is this lot, Donnie?
it's 9/10 of an acre,
And it's about 120 feet wide,
120 feet wide, and 320 deep.
something like that.
Was that right?
Yeah.
Something.
So one of the issues that we have is that this mobile home is way over on its lot. It's just barely off of its lot line, whatever the legal limit is.
That's 10 feet.
10 feet or
It's
something.
10 foot off the line.
So we don't really want to crowd it too much and put another one right next to it. So we're probably going to go with a slightly smaller one, maybe a 2-bedroom.
See if we can find like a 60-footer or something.
Yeah, so that it doesn't crowd this one and doesn't crowd those people over there, our neighbors. So yeah, so that's what we're looking for. So we're starting with an empty lot. We're going to do a whole series here showing you how that goes. So what's first, Donnie? What do we need to do first?
I'm going to see what's going on with that septic.
Yep.
I need to know what's going on with that septic. I need to know if it's a 2-bedroom septic, a 3-bedroom septic, a 4-bedroom septic. They've got to figure all that out, and that's going to give me guidelines on what kind of mobile home I can put in here. Once I do that, I'm going to turn around and grab the water and get us we've got county water here, so I'm going to go ahead and reserve a tap, which means they're going to drill into the main water line coming up through here and give me a branch off of it. And I've got to pay, here in this county, it's $1,300 for the actual tap. And that gives me the meter, from the meter out is what they're going to do. So they're going to hook to their line and bring me a meter up. I've got to go from the meter to the house.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be step number 2. And I kind of want to lock that price in before we get too far along. If I wait till I get a trailer and get everything, that tap is liable to double in that amount of time.
Yeah, we've heard that some of the surrounding counties have doubled their tap price.
So we're going to go ahead and lock that one in pretty quick here and make sure we get that locked down. We don't necessarily need it at this moment, but I want to get the option out here. So I'm going to get that, and I'm going to get this septic looked at. And once I find out what that septic is, then I'll start looking for a trailer and see exactly what we're allowed to have.
So we're probably going to put it kind of flush with this other one. And that's going to give it a pretty big backyard like the other one has. And a decent little front yard here too. So
and since we already got driveways and culverts and all, I don't have to pay for none of that.
Yeah.
It should be good.
So I'll just give you an overview of the lot as we start. Donnie's walking with us so people can hear him.
Yeah, y'all, some of y'all complain about that, and I can't wear no mic.
Yeah, and we film this on a phone, so he can't hook a mic up to his phone.
Yeah, and I'm all over the place.
Yeah, it would be disastrous.
Yeah.
They would. You know what they would do if you did that, Donnie? They'd complain that you weren't doing it right.
They'd probably unsubscribe because it's stuff
Yeah.
I say.
So this is our lot. It's actually the same size as this other lot, but this lot they hugged this way. So this lot, we kind of need to hug that way, you know, but we're going to go with a little smaller.
That lot's the same, and if they'd have put it in the middle like that place over there, it'd have been a lot better.
Yeah. But we're going to fix it.
We're gonna fix ours. We're gonna
Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pop.
shimmy, shimmy, pop.
Yeah. So, so that's what we're looking at. We'll see what comes next.
Okay, y'all, we got to run down here. We got to run about 120, 130 miles from the house here. We're gonna run down and look at a mobile home. I'm trying to find another one here. We need one for a lot that we got. The problem with this county that we're in, it's got to be 30 years or newer. So right now it's 23, so we're dealing with 93. I've got to have a 93 or newer. I can buy 85s all day long. I can buy 78s all day long. I can buy 90s all day long, 91s all day long. But you can't get 93 and up for a reasonable price. Most of them 16 wide, 16 by 80s. I'm needing something a little smaller. I'm looking for a 60 footer maybe. 55, 60 footer is what I'm trying to do. I got a narrower lot. I'm trying to get it on there and get it, you know, worked out right. And I just can't find one. But I seen one pop up on Facebook today. It looks like it's a realtor. It's got it. It must be moved. She's got about 30 of them, it looks like. But this one that she's got fits the bill. She's wanting $6,000 for it. And maybe, if it looks right, it looks okay. It looks pretty rough in the pictures. But that 93 means something. I have to have a 93 or newer. Next year I'll have to have a 94. So the longer I wait, the more expensive it gets here. Most of the other ones she's got, she's wanting 15, 20 grand for it. She's got a couple in the $12,000 range. But I don't think they're going to be. I don't think they're going to fit the bill. I need something short. I need something like a 60 footer. I can find the other ones, but I can't find that one for some reason. I can't find a 55 or 60 footer and I can in, say, like an 85 model or an 80 model, and then I have to have them relatively close, because moving them, they cost anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 depending on how far you got to move them and stuff like that. You got to buy permits, you got to buy all this stuff. So you're talking about a $6,000 trailer. It's going to cost me $10,000, $10,500 maybe before I get it on the property. And then it, you know, I got to underpin it. I got to clean up, fix up the house. I got to fix everything inside of it. So it's going to be a little bit of an undertaking here to do. I'm trying to find one that's relatively cheap. If I pay, you know, 12, 15, 16,000 for one, I'll have 20 in it before I get it to the property. And every one of them you buy, it's going to be rotted out in front of the front door. It's going to be rotted out in front of the commode. It's going to be rotted out in front of the bathtub. It's going to be rotted out in front of the back door, and the air conditioner vents are going to be screwed up. That's something else you got to look for. I don't have to, but I want to have one with central air and heat. I don't believe in putting people in a house that or a home. It's going to be their home. I don't believe in putting them in a home without central air and heat. I don't want to rely on window units and kerosene heaters. No, that ain't right. So the way we do it, we put central air and heat in all of them that we mess with, and if we can't put central air and heat in it, we ain't gonna do it. So we need one that's got central air and heat, so the in the they're going to kind of be in the 90s to do that also. You can buy them with central heat in them. If they got central heat, you can insulate the floor because they don't have any floor insulation if it's just heat, because they're not worried about condensation. You got to insulate it, and then you can run air conditioning down the actual heat duct. You just change out the unit and you're good to go. So heating and air, that's kind of a must for us. If it does not have heating and air, I've done talked to my heating and air guy. He charges about $3,000 just for the ducts. So he'll go in and drill ducts in each room and run it out to a central location, and it's all enclosed like insulated ducts. And that's another way to get around it, but it's another $3,000. So you got to watch what you do here. The more things you can buy on the front end, the better off you are on the back end. So let's get down here and we'll look at it, and I'll see if I can't get a video of it. There's a bunch of trash in here. I think it can get out there, no problem. It's a shorty. There's a ton of trash up here. The tongue is there, but you see all this trash. Have to get it around it somehow, and it's sitting on concrete. All this is concrete. It's concrete all the way across. You just cut your sewer lines there, leave the decks, but there's trash everywhere. Just got to get the trailer out there, leave the underpinning. Kind of need to know if there's tires on this thing. I can't tell really. Go around to the other side. No, there's the hanger. The hangers are on it with no axles on it. There you go. Okay, y'all, that was a little disappointing. I called and talked to the real estate agent. She don't want to come down on the price. I don't really want to go up on the price because I called the mover. The mover's telling me, you know, how much it is, but I've got to move all them piles of trash out in front of it and beside it there and clean the driveway up. I've got to do all that before he'll go out there, and I got to buy a permit to move it. Plus, I got to pay the mover. Plus, I got to get it moved, you know. And we're going to have to buy new tie downs. We're going to have to buy a new block. Because all that stuff's set in that concrete. So you got to buy all that new because it's, you know, you can't reuse it. It's in concrete. So that one, I don't know. It ain't looking good. I don't know about that one. I'm gonna let it sit for a little while. I shot her a price. She didn't like it. I told her to get back up with me if she wanted to reconsider. She said she thought she was a wholesale on it, and I told her I didn't think so. It ain't much, you know. I'm basically offering scrap price. They're wanting over wholesale, I believe, and basically I'm pretty sure they're buying at tax auctions and reselling, which is fine, but it's sitting on somebody else's land. All they own is the actual mobile home. So I'm going to have to coach them into talking to the homeowner, I mean the landowner, and finding out if I can just push that trash off to the side without getting in trouble. I'm going to have to go down there a couple days beforehand with a machine, and we're talking 100 miles, you know, so it's a little crazy. I don't know that I want to go down there and spend that kind of money. So we'll see what happens. I think she'll call me back here in a couple days and see. But I got it. I'm watching it on Facebook. So we'll see what happens with it. It's a 93 model. So it's a little older. Floor felt pretty good in it, but you know, it's one of them things. But you got to do what you got to do sometimes. So y'all, if you like what you see, give us a thumbs up for filming it, thumbs up for filming it, thumbs up for filming it, thumbs up for filming it. Subscribe to the channel if you hadn't already, and we'll catch you on the next one.